Welcome back, everyone. It's your boy, the Blue Hair Hero, or, as I am currently dressed now, I am Lord Frieza. Hold on, can I get the emote? Because I can't. Oh, yeah, the Frieza. I am Lord Frieza. He come to destroy and take over your planet. No, you can't take over a planet that you destroy. This intro's already, like, bad. But, yeah, so pretty much, I have decided to make a Frieza moveset. That's right, the amount of time it actually took me was actually a little bit longer than I expected because I didn't have the full Frieza final form out, but I actually was grinding for the pants for a couple hours, actually, as well as getting one move in particular, but I'll get to that in a second. But as you can see, I got the whole Frieza final form outfit. I tried to stick with, like, Frieza final form moves, because I know Frieza has a lot of moves, like, to his name. So I tried to stick with like Frieza like final form moves, which is just like, this form before he gets like buff and this first form, he has other form like supernova and stuff. So I try to stick with like final form moves. So if we take a look at it, we have Death Psycho Bomb, we have Death Crasher, Death Slicer, and Death Beam as our super attacks. I know he used Death Psycho Bomb against Krillin, and Death Beam's just kind of like his generic move that he uses, and like all his presets, so I figured I could get away with that. Death Crasher, I think, is more of a Frieza, like, full power move, but, like, I'm still adding it in here to, vary up, like, the key and the strike moves, as well as Death Slicer. I feel like this was more of a, like, Frieza full power, kind of not. I'm still, like, watching Dragon Ball Z, but if I'm correct, he uses, like, the double Death Slicer against Goku. So this is just, like, a single Death Slicer, so I have no idea if this is, like, final form or full power or both, but yeah. We also have Death Meteor, which is his little strike rock move where he lifts up rocks and stuff, which I'm certain is just a Frieza Final 4 move, as well as Death Ball. And I know, like, as I was making this, I noticed, oh, all these just start with Death. That's the theme, I guess, for the moveset right now, is just straight up Frieza's moves are all Death. On top of that, we have Potential Unleash, because, I would say let's do like a Super Saiyan transformation or something, or like use Super Saiyan 1 because, that's what Frieza fought in the Frieza arc on the Namek arc. But I figured Potential Unleash would probably just be better because it kind of be like, oh, I'm going full power kind type of deal. That's why I like kept Death Crasher and Death Slicer. And if I went Super Saiyan, it kind of feel weird because it's like I Super Saiyan has like the yellow aura and stuff, which just kind of reminds me of Golden. So I figured I might as well just like keep Potential Unleash, just make it look like I'm going full power. And I also have Psycho, oh no, not Psycho move, Psychic move, which once again that was also a move I didn't have before, which I had to grind for a little bit. But yeah, there's the move set. We also can go into the equipment, and I have all the Frieza suit final forms, but I also have the Super Soul on Gotcha, which is Frieza's final form Super Soul. When a charged Ki Blast hits, it extends the time, the paralysis time for a charged Ki Blast, and it has like the paralysis Ki Blast type of deal and the Death Beam attack up, which I'm actually kind of looking forward to because I never really used the Death Beam attack up before, so I'm curious to see the effect it has, as well as using the paralysis because paralysis is like my second, third favorite Ki Blast next to like Rush and Power. And I think Homing's good, but like I haven't like fully mastered how to use it. We're actually gonna head into a PQ where I'm gonna be like fighting a bunch of Friezas back and forth, and just kind of flexing the fact that I'm stronger than them, using their own moves. So without further ado, we're gonna go and I'm gonna go show you the PQ that we're gonna be doing. So here is the PQ we are going to be diving into. It is PQ number 72, First Training. As you can see, the win conditions are defeat Golden Frieza, clear in under 5 minutes, and defeat all enemies with Golden Frieza still alive. So some pretty easy, basic ways to get the ultimate finish. And if we look, actually, there's we can earn two things, which is the Jacko. I pronounced that wrong. Jacko's state-of-the-art radio. I do have that already, but the more the merrier. And we can also unlock Burst Kamehameha. Which, I mean, I don't know why it's in this PQ specifically, but it's like, hey, I can earn Burst Kamehameha if I keep doing this PQ. So yeah, we're gonna hop into the PQ number 72 and fight a bunch of Friezas and flex on the fact that, we might not have as much muscle as them, but we're still stronger than them. So without further ado, I'll see you in the PQ. So while I was in the character select, it also kind of crossed my mind another good reason that Super Saiyan would be good for this preset as opposed to like Potential Unleashed is the fact that I forgot that Trunks also destroyed Frieza on Earth, which was, you know, that was another reason I could have added Super Saiyan. But I feel like that's for like a Mecha Frieza build that I want to build in the future. So I'm gonna save that for. I'm gonna save some of these moves to actually use in other Frieza presets if I plan to do them in the future. You know, depending on how well this video does. So I figured let's go. Let's deep dive into like not the philosophy of Frieza, but you know, just like his life and stuff. You know, he exterminated the Saiyan race. You know, my race. You know, not gonna lie, a little bit of hard feelings towards him, but you know. I think with the Tournament of Power, I'm not going to say it evens things out, but, you know, I got to give credit where credit is due. The man did protect our universe, kind of. You know, I'm sure if he won, we would have had a different outcome to what happened after when Android 17 pushed all the universes back. But, yeah. I've actually also had, like, a thing when it comes to Frieza where it's like, you know, I see I see two people in Dragon Ball becoming gods of destruction, and that's either Vegeta or Frieza, because I just feel like they fit the role all too well. Like, tell me if I'm wrong, but I think, like, Frieza and Vegeta would make, like, some really good gods of destruction, just because they, like, have that energy of, like, being, you know, that brutal, with like, no care, so he slices right up to him. Yeah, I mean, like, what's it called? Frieza just radiates this energy of, like, you know, I will destroy anyone who gets in my way, and, like, you know, I mean, saying that, I mean, this man has been disrespected, I think, mostly out of, like, everyone in Dragon Ball. Like, I don't know anyone else might have actually, like, this man now, like, was at the top of his game in the beginning, and then just, like, he slowly descended back into, like, being, like, you know, just one of the most bottom tier people, because of the fact that, like, once Goku surpassed him and stuff, like, even in Resurrection F, like, Frieza was just kind of made a fool. He did make a cool appearance with, like, having, like, Golden, which, by the way, when I heard he trained for 3 months to achieve that form, I realized something interesting about, like, Frieza. Like, his race has, like, all these cool transformations and stuff, and he's just, like, I honestly think this man is too prideful to continue to train. Like, it's no secret that he's like, oh, yes, I achieved this form in, like, 3 months and stuff. But, like, when I think about this logically, it's like, why would you stop? Like, he can unlock so much potential within him, and he just doesn't do it because he thinks he's already, like, one of the most amazing people ever, despite the fact that he keeps getting owned by, like, Frieza and Goku all the dang time. It's just, like, you have to ponder the fact of, like, what would Frieza be like if he actually trained? Like, I'm sure that's a what-if scenario. Like, he probably could have beat Goku and Vegeta in Resurrection F if he actually trained more with Gold to learn to maintain it. I'm pretty sure they mentioned that in the actual anime, like, if he trained more, he would have stood a chance, if not actually won against them. Just the potential that Frieza holds, it's just you kind of wonder about it, because he doesn't train, but he's that strong. Like, think about that for a second. Like, think about, like first form Frieza, like, back in the Namek arc. Like, he was really strong. He took on a lot of people and made Goku strain himself before Super Saiyan. Like, he was pretty strong. And then, like, he comes back in Resurrection F with this new form that he's barely had any training with. And, like, he stood pretty good ground against Goku. I mean, I don't really remember him standing too much ground against Vegeta, but, like, Vegeta was much more brutal with it. And the thing with that is, like, just think logically. What if he trained? Like, if Frieza trained, I honestly don't think Goku and Vegeta might have a chance. Like, I think he's just too, like, prideful, and in the fact that, like, he's, like, destined to be the Emperor and stuff, which, by the way, I don't know what birthright that's gonna be. But, like, the thing with it is, I feel like if he actually took the time to train, he would be, like, one of the strongest people, if not stronger than Vegeta and Goku, which would have to be a worry. I have no idea if he'd be stronger than Broly, I'm gonna be completely honest. After the Broly movie, where I just saw him get beat down by Broly, I honestly cannot tell you if he would be stronger than Broly. But, I at least know he'd be stronger than Goku and Vegeta, especially in their blue forms. Well, actually, I don't know if they'd be stronger than, I actually don't know if he'd be strong. He's not stronger than Ultra Instinct, never mind. At least in blue forms, I think he'd be strong. So I realized the first PQ ended kind of early, so we're gonna go into another PQ called Frieza's Siege Against Earth. You know, it's defeat Golden Frieza, defeat all enemies before Golden Frieza appears, and defeat all enemies. And this is PQ number 73. We can't really earn anything. This is actually the PQ I grinded to get the Psychic move. But, you know, we can do this, you know, because I want to talk a little bit more about Frieza in general. And the funny thing is, actually, like, this is a pretty long PQ, and the goal I have to do is, like, I have to defeat everyone else before Golden Frieza appears, and I think Golden Frieza only appears if I, like, fight Frieza down to a certain level of health. So I just have to avoid Frieza the entire match. Yeah, I found, like, it's odd because, like, Frieza only stayed in, like, his second form, the alien-looking one, oh no, not his second form. I guess that's his third form, technically. Yeah, I guess it's his third form, the one that has like the giant long head and stuff. He only stayed in that for like one episode, which I was like, I mean, alright. I mean, I was kind of happy because I can just kind of like speed through because I kind of wanted to see like when he gets into his ultimate form, like what that's gonna be like. But I just kind of found out because it was like, did he really not get that much of a power boost from it? I mean, I know he was able to like take on Piccolo and stuff, and barely take on Gohan. But like, I was still shocked at the fact that they only made one episode with that form. And but yeah, that was the other thing. And then we go into Frieza's final form, which I found it kind of odd because like it's like technically not his complete final form because there was like Frieza full power, and I was like because I guess at this point he's like just kind of going like the normal hang back route with it, but then he went full power, and like I mentioned earlier, like full power was pretty much just kind of like a side thing of like just bulking up more and getting more power. But I don't know, I just found it interesting like when he first went into his final form and stuff. And you know, if you looked at like all his forms previously, it did actually have like I can see why this might be like a good end form for him because like all his other forms had like the same chest piece if you noticed, with all like the you know the little purple thing at the chest or at the abs, and you had like the shoulder mount stuff. Like all that was the same, but like this kind of works well like with the like you know the chest and all of it. Like if you look at his head and the legs and stuff in his final form, it really works well with with his chest as opposed to the other forms. So I found that kind of interesting. But yeah, I mean, I guess this was like, technically this is his final form, so I would imagine he looked pretty good in it. But yeah, and then there was like, of course, Frieza Final Form Full Power, which is just the bulky version of this, which you know, you guys saw in the other PQ. And you know, I actually found it interesting because even when he did that, like he's still not enough for Super Saiyan like Goku. And I was just curious, like, how much of a power boost he got. Like, I'm gonna see that in a couple episodes, actually, but I was curious to see how, like, you know, much of a power boost he got from going from Final Form to Final Form Full Power. But obviously, you know, as we know from the series, it was clearly not enough for Goku, so yeah, there's that. And then, of course, we went into the other things with his golden form in Dragon Ball Super. Also, there's another thing I want to bring up with you guys. Do you think, like, what is the next step for Frieza, like, in his transformations? Because apparently now, like, we know that he has a lot of, like, interesting transformations to uphold. So I'm curious to see what the next step is for Frieza in regards to, like, transformation-wise. So I'm just curious to see where it goes. But, I mean, probably next step might be, I don't know. Would he become like... Because I know Metal Cooler is not the same as Golden Frieza. Because Metal Cooler has something to do with like the... I might be butchering this, but the Big Getty Star? Or it was something with like a star in space that Cooler had. And that's the reason like he became Metal Cooler. But, I don't know, I'm curious to see what the next form of Frieza is. I actually want to see, because I know Dragon Ball Super Heroes has, like, Golden Cooler, and I thought that was cool. I want them to make Cooler canon and stuff, because of the fact that I think he's just one of the most, like, I like him more than Frieza, if that makes any consolation. Like, character-wise, I think Cooler is quite literally cooler, and to have, like, a Golden Cooler would be kind of cool. And I really don't know how they might introduce him into the canon series, but if they do, that would actually make my day, possibly my week or month, to see that that boy is back in Dragon Ball as like a full-on canon character. But yeah, I mean, I'm curious to see what his golden form would be like. I'm assuming since Frieza's golden form is just his final form with a retexture, I guess. I'm curious to see like if Cooler's golden form would just be Cooler's final form, but you know, golden. So I mean, or he might have like, you know, the same type of like, you know, little looks like Frieza does without like all the extra stuff like the headpiece, or you know, without like the bulk up. Because maybe that might be how he looks. Like, he might have the Metal Cooler-esque look, but like be as like looking like Frieza, as well, or no, looking at like the golden form of it. So that'd be quite interesting in general. But honestly speaking, I'd still like to see Cooler in that. And oh yeah, there's also Frost. Like, I'm just bringing up Frieza right now in general. But yeah, I don't know. I think Frost was also an interesting addition. Like, just the fact that like there's another type of Frieza out. I mean, I kind of suspected he was gonna be just as evil as Frieza from the start. And I like how they did that little brief introduction to like having him having like the same forms as Frieza and stuff. But I also liked when Frieza just straight up betrayed him in the Tournament of Power, just being like, I don't care about you, get out of here. Like, that was one of the best anime portrayals I think I've seen in Dragon Ball. Well, guys, that's it for the video. You know, we went into a lot of deep talks about Frieza, people surrounding Frieza, like his father, Cooler, Frost. We've had interesting discussions about his different forms and stuff, along with his final form. And you know, what might be the future for Frieza in Dragon Ball. But unfortunately, the video has come to an end. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope I made your day a little bit better. And as always, I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye. By the way, you should leave a like or I'll destroy your planet. But probably not, but it would be nice if you leave a like.